Action live from Sal Magley Stadium here in Niagara as the Pioneers get set to take on the Niagara Power for the first time in franchise history. As we get into the pregame show, I want to remind you, just because it isn't the seventh inning doesn't mean you don't need to stretch. Go where the Pios go, to Jay Schultz Massage at 100 North Main Street, Suite 407. Jessica has all the latest and greatest techniques to keep you ready to get in the game. So whether you're in the starting lineup or need to come out of the bullpen, call or text 607-259-3660 to be ready for any game day situation. Jay Schultz Massage, keeping your Elmira Pioneers playing on and off the field. Well, fans, the Pioneers come in riding a 3-game winning streak after claiming victory 11-7 last night against the Batavia Muckdogs. They'll be looking to extend that streak here against the Niagara Power here tonight. Pioneers welcoming a brand new addition as Jeff Mejia has joined the lineup, coming back after leading, well, the Pioneers in hitting 2 years ago, 368 batting as he left for the post-summer season, went back up north over to Massachusetts, played a little bit at North Essex, and now has been a resident at the University of Maine. We'll have to see what he can do as he rejoins the lineup here tonight. He'll be leading off, and of course, we certainly know him in that position. He was very, very effective 2 years ago, and now with 2 more years under his belt, well, he's getting out there stretched right now. If you can see down to the right-hand side of your screen, my apologies, as we'll head down for Coach's Corner, listen to what Andrew Drum had to say, and we'll be back getting you ready for the first pitch here on the Pioneers Radio Network, Mixler.com, and YouTube Live. 3 straight wins. This is the best streak the Pioneers have been on to start off this season. How are you guys feeling right now, and what are you looking for here tonight?
We're feeling good. All the boys are upbeat. They're excited to get on the field again tonight and hopefully take another win from Niagara.
Niagara obviously has struggled a little bit out of the gate. How important is it going to be to get on them early, especially as the road team?
You know, it'd be nice to get some runs early, take some pressure off of Jack out there on the mound so he can go out there and just pitch his game.
You talk about Jack, his third start this season. When you look at the lineup up and down, are you starting to try to see where people fit in the bullpen area, or is there still a lot to be decided?
I mean, the pitching's starting to fall into place now. You know, we're still trying to figure out who our 6 starters are going to be throughout the rest of the summer, but a lot of the bullpen guys are starting to fall into place now.
We're talking about starting to fall into place, obviously a big return here today. Jeff Mejia making his way back into the lineup after a couple of years since playing here in Elmira. What was it like getting him back here and having him as a speedy position player who certainly was among the best hitters in 2019?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to have Jeff back. You know, we didn't think we'd have an opportunity to get Jeff back, but things happened to where we signed him back 2 days ago. So he'll be playing center field for us tonight. He's a very competitive hitter. He's a scrappy ball player, and he's going to fit in with the personality of this team really well.
Talking about the personality of this team, got to take it back to last night against Batavia. Obviously, the hits were not coming early, and they seem to have started to come as of at least last night. Chris Erickson with the beauty of a couple of triples that time, and also just the guys starting to get good bats on balls. What do you attribute that to, especially since you guys don't really have any practice time?
I think a lot of it's just we're being more aggressive with pitches in the zone. You know, earlier in the year, we'd take good curveballs right down the middle of the plate for a strike just because there was a curveball in there sitting a different pitch. So, excuse me, they're jumping on some of these mistake pitches more, and it's paying off for our offense.
And talking about that, obviously, the offense is important. The defense is where we really talked about it yesterday. No errors again for the 3rd straight game at this point. Is that just a confidence thing, or is that something that you've noticed in the game that's changed, or what is it that's making the defense so more productive at this point?
You know, I think some of it is now that the boys are getting used to playing with each other now, and I think there's just a little bit more comfortability out there. They don't feel like they have to prove themselves or they're fighting for a position. They can go out there and just play relaxed and play their style of baseball, and it shows on the field.
I want to talk to you about the travel schedule because obviously that's starting to ramp up a little bit. Away game tonight, home game tomorrow, away game the next night, 2 home games on the weekend. We talked a little bit about travel fatigue and what that can do, but if you guys are riding a little bit of a win streak, does that help at all with that travel fatigue?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's always tough being on the road 3-4 times a week, especially some of these longer trips to Niagara and Jamestown, but you know, it's part of the grind. I mean, there's other teams in this league that have 6- and 7-hour trips, so I guess we're not going to complain about a 3-hour trip.
We talk about, of course, Niagara, Jamestown. These are places we didn't see 2 years ago. Obviously, you guys have played in Jamestown before. You kind of knew what to expect there. But Niagara, obviously, we were talking off the record earlier. You were talking about speaking with some of the old NYCBL coaches. How do you prep for a field you're A, not familiar with, and B, have never seen?
Oh, it's tough, you kind of just have to go in there open-minded and figure out the field during BP and in and out a little bit. So we'll see how it is when we get up there.
Now, of course, this is the second new field, as Batavia was the first. You guys continuing to kind of break the mold here as you have to continually compete against unfamiliar circumstances. How much of it is just the guys needing to keep focused on their game and not try to read into some of these situations?
That's a good thing with our team. We have a tough, gritty team that every loss we've had this season, they've taken to heart. So, I don't think too much is going to get to them. I think they're going to show up every single day and compete and give their best on the field.
Well, last question before I let you go, obviously. These are going to be big games as you look towards the end of the year. You don't want to be behind in July, half a game out of first place right now. So as you not quite scoreboard watching yet, as it's not getting that close to the playoffs, but how important are those results, and how important is it for you as a coach looking at those standings every single day to keep yourselves up near the top of the division?
It's nice being up at the top so we're not playing catch-up like we've had to do in previous years, It's tough when you start out the season 3-8, like has happened before in the past where we're waiting for players to show up. So it's definitely nice sitting up towards the top of the standings, and hopefully we're not playing catch-up all throughout July. It'd be nice to get a first-round bye in the playoffs or even have a home game in the playoffs. Dunn would be rocking for a playoff game.
Certainly agree. Well, we'll be back here on the pregame show. All right, so that being said by Coach Andrew Drum, thank him again for joining us for Coach's Corner. Quick look at the West Division standings here in the PGCBL. The Jamestown Tarpskunks and Geneva Red Wings tied atop the division, 7-3. Your Elmira Pioneers trailing by just half a game on their recent 3-game winning streak as they're 7-4. The Batavia Muck Dogs falling a little bit further behind last night after the loss. 5-6 now, as the Niagara Power sit at 3-6 after a split in a doubleheader yesterday, and the Newark Pilots bringing up the rear 2-7 on the season. However, that all being said, very, very early in the season, a lot of these teams still finding their identity. Certainly don't want to count anybody out right now, as every team still a chance to make the postseason once we get to that point, which still, well, it doesn't feel like it's that far away, as August is looming, but we're still only halfway through June, so we'll see what that looks like at the end of the season. Of course, the Pioneers have a few home games coming up, so we want to remind you that a Pioneers game is a great way to bring your group together. Whether it's a school, church, business, or your youth sports organization, the Pioneers are able to offer great picnic options for your organization or business. Reserve your group today by calling 607-734-2690. Go Pios! And don't forget, fans, if you're trying to find a way to raise some funds for your local group, a Pioneers game, great way to entertain that group for the evening. We're able to offer fundraisers tailored to your group needs. For all of our information, please contact us at the office, 607-734-2690. And don't forget that your Pioneers are home tomorrow night as well as Saturday and Sunday. A great time, if you haven't seen the Pioneers yet this season, to get out to historic Dunn Field and see what all the noise is about. So the Pioneers taking it to the mound today, as I said, with Jack Sokol. Sokol has been a interesting part of this Pioneers team to start off this season. He's a freshman at Auburn, right-handed pitcher, holding a 1-0 record this season with a perfect ERA during his freshman year. Product of New Albany High School and the Ohio Elite, rated the number 4 player in Ohio according to the Prep Baseball Report, and the number 6 player in the state according to Perfect Game. Jack was named a 2019 Perfect Game preseason honorable mention, as once again he posted a 19-1 record and a 1.5 ERA while winning a number of awards, including being named the Ohio Capital Conference Player of the Year, this week Ohio News Player of the Year, and All-Metro Columbus Ohio Player of the Year, as well as being named 2-time All-Conference and All-District honoree while helping lead his team to back-to-back conference and district championships. So a lot of talent coming from the Pioneers pitching staff, but they're going to have to put it together. It's been kind of a touch-and-go situation early on, as Elmira trying to solidify everything up front and kind of develop what their bullpen looks like, trying to figure out what their offense looks like. They finally got the batting average up over 200, 237 right now. That did drag on them a little bit early on. Sokol, his ERA 8.10. He's so far resulted in 1 loss after playing in 2 games, 10 innings pitched, 12 hits, 9 runs, all of them earned, and 5 bases on balls. So he's going to be looking for a bounce-back game after his last start. On the other side, the Niagara Power will get going here tonight as Dylan Steen set to take the mound. Steen, so far, a 12.0 ERA, has lost 1 game, only been in 1, did not start that game. Pitched 3 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, and a base on balls. So we'll see what he can do here tonight as the Pioneers get set. I will turn it over to the in-house PA to get things going here for the Elmira Pioneers. You're listening to the Pioneers on Mixler.com.
The extra hitter from Auburn University, number 19, Ben Shore. Batting fifth from Florida Atlantic University, starting at first base, number 25, Bobby Marsh. Batting sixth in left field from Siena College, number 21, Chris Erickson. Batting seventh at third base from Millersville University, number 24, Justin Taylor. Batting eighth, starting at second base from George Mason University, number 14, South Trimble. Batting ninth, the designated hitter from Malloy College, number 9, Peter Theodorelis. And batting 10th and starting at catcher from Ithaca College, number 6, Gil Murad. The starting pitcher from Auburn University, number 43, Jack Sokol. The manager for the Pioneers is Andrew Drum. He is assisted by Matt Birch, Eugene Barber, and Alex Barda. And now, here's the starting lineup for your Niagara Power. Batting first and starting in left field from University of California, Berkeley, number 27, Nathan Manning. Batting second at center field from number 6, Cole Gabrielson. Batting third and starting at shortstop from Grand Canyon University, number 36, Channy Ortiz. Batting fourth and starting at third base from California Polytechnic State University, number 25, Scott Ogren. Batting fifth at designated hitter from Baylor University, number 29, Nicholas Balsano. Batting sixth, starting at first base from Virginia Commonwealth, number 17, Will Corlone. Batting seventh and starting at catcher from the University of Utah, number 8, Brock Rudy. Batting eighth, the extra hitter from University of Southern California, number 2, Tyler Lozano. Batting ninth, starting in right field from California State Dominguez Hills, number 1, Aaron Greenfield. Batting 10th and starting at second base from Point Park University, number 24, Roberto Mejia. The starting pitcher for the Niagara Power from California State, number 28, Dylan Steen. The coach for the Power is Steve Peterson. He is assisted by Ben Asher, David Kawamoto, Scott Green, James Marshall, and Champ Peterson. Once again, your umpires for this evening's game are Jeff Wallace and Peter Papagelis. And at this time, we ask you to please rise, if able, and remove your hats as we pay tribute to our nation with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, the anthem has been played. That means it is time to play ball as these two teams will get together for the first time this season. We'll see if the game will be played. It looks as though the Pioneers will win the game without Niagara even knowing the game was being played. So, not sure where that started, but they've done it every game this year, and the high fives commence before the game's even underway. Niagara takes to the field as the Pioneers return to the bench. As I said, Jeff Mejia is set to lead things off as he will come back into the lineup. Apparently drove all the way out from, I believe, Coach said Montana. So glad to see him back in the lineup, and of course, hopefully he gets a chance to get swinging that bat, gets to get as hot as he was back 2 short years ago. Certainly was a fan favorite back in Elmira, and I spoke with him before we even loaded the bus today. He said it feels like coming home, so we'll see what he can do here tonight. Of course, he'll be followed by Donovan Montgomery over there at shortstop, Don Popa in right field, Ben Shore as the extra hitter, Bobby Marsh at first, Chris Erickson in left, Justin Taylor at third base, South Trimble at second base, Peter Theodorelis at designated hitter, and Gil Murad at catcher. On the other side, the Niagara Power set up in the outfield as follows from left to right. Nathan Manning in left field, Cole Gabrielson in center field, over in right, Aaron Greenfield. From third base around the inside of the diamond, Scott Ogren at third base, Channy Ortiz at shortstop, Roberto Mejia Jr. at second base, and at first base, William Carlone. Behind the dish, Brock Rudy, and on the mound, Dylan Steen, as we already discussed. So the practice pitches getting thrown out as the Niagara Power wearing their white with the blue sleeves, and the Elmira Pioneers will be wearing those visiting gray uniforms, looking oh so sharp as Andrew Drum heads down to the third base coaching box. See him taking that long jog. He has had to jog every field we've been at this year. Would love to give the manager a little bit more help with the a little less running, as Jeff Mejia steps in for his first at-bat in a Pioneers uniform in 2021. So Mejia steps right back in, taking a long look. The pitch, taken for a strike right over the outside corner. So, Mejia coming in patient. Has the pitch again. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. As Mejia tries to set up. Again, at the University of Maine, Mejia really made an impact very, very quickly during the 2019 season here in Elmira. 328, 7 doubles, 14 RBIs. And in the playoffs, 1 for 4 as he takes strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back at Maine, 282 with 5 doubles, 18 RBIs in 35 games. And we'll see what he does as a veteran leader this season as the next pitch, cut on. That one's going to get fouled. Will get out of the stadium. And that reminds me to remind you, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As Mejia right back in, 1 ball, 2 strike count. The pitch, cut on, drilled up the middle, and that is going to be the first hit of the season for Jeff Mejia. So he will single as the center fielder recovers, and a runner stands on first base. Pioneers getting started right out of the gate as Donovan Montgomery heads up. Montgomery helped out his batting average a little bit last night, now batting .361, 13 for 36 on the season, a couple of doubles, a triple, and 6 RBIs. Coming back set. Look in from Steen, not checking on the runner over there. As Mejia barely bouncing off, he takes strike 1, does Montgomery, 0-1. Montgomery waiting on the next pitch, delivered, outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. We certainly know Mejia can steal bases. He did it a few times last season, or well, 2 seasons ago now after the COVID year. As Steen getting set, the pitch. In there for a strike on the inside corner, 1-2. As Montgomery sets right back up. Donovan had a couple of big plays in that 11-7 win last night against Batavia as he takes one low, 2-2. Evens things back up as Montgomery will step back in. Righty against righty here. On deck, of course, Don Popa, who's been the leadoff man the last few days for the Pioneers, as that pitch cut on. That will get foul. And once again, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. Stepping right back, Montgomery taking a look. A little bit bigger of a lead for Mejia over there at first, as now he edges back towards first. The pitch. Inside 3-2, full count. As Elmira trying to get started here early, already a hit on the board. As Mejia was able to reach on his very first at-bat of the season. The pitch. Inside and hits him, as that will put the first 2 runners on base now as Montgomery reaches on the hit by pitch. And Popa will be coming up. So, Popa coming in here. Takes a long look as Steen trying to settle down the nerves. First time these two teams have met, so despite what the scouting reports say, a little bit hard to judge people until you get out there and get the chance to face off with them. Steen getting his first look at the Pioneers lineup. The pitch. Taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. 2 men on here to start the top of the first. As Popa steps in. The freshman outfielder from the University of Pittsburgh. Long look back at Mejia's. The pitch is off, and that one will be grounded to short, thrown over to second, and will not be in time. So, reaching on the fielder's choice does put runners now on first and third, and the Niagara Power have their first out here in the top of the first inning. So that brings up Ben Shore. Shore, who's getting a night off from back behind the dish. He's been catching the last few nights, but Gil Murad takes that spot here tonight. As Shore waits. His bat has been effective in the lineup, although he's usually, as that pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1, he's usually predated by another Auburn classmate who will actually be starting in the lineup, from what Andrew Drum tells me, on Friday, Cam Hill. As again, long look, the pitch. Runner from first is off and going. Throw is not good. That's going to drive in the first run of the game, as the stolen base causes a missed throw, and Jeff Mejia will score on his very first trip around the base paths. So, error back there, as now again, still a runner in scoring position for Ben Shore. As I believe that makes it a 1-ball, 1-strike, 1-out count. So, our first Tioga Down showdown of the evening. As the pitch cut on, and that will get away from the catcher. 1-ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, they have a runner in scoring position, still due up, Bobby Marsh. As stepping back in, still no Emmeline Petre, who has been dealing with a little bit of a stomach bug. Hopefully he'll be back before too long. As the check on the runner at second, the pitch is cut on and fouled right back into the netting. 1-2 one more time. So the Pioneers with the early 1-0 lead. As again, stepping back in, Steen will take a check. Waits on his sign. Catcher having to screw around a little bit with the signage with somebody standing at second base now. As the pitch cut on, and that one gets away from the catcher. They say he fouled that one off, so 1-2. 1-ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. As another check here for Shore. Again, he didn't have the greatest start to the season, and most of these Pioneers had some issues getting out of the gate, but now 11 for 37. He does have a double to his credit as well. As Shore sets. Steen checks on the runner. A little bit of a lead back there at second. The pitch is cut on and fouled away again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, 1-2, 1 out here in the top of the first as the Pioneers trying to add on. Again, they had a 7-run inning yesterday back in the bottom of the 4th. So, see what they can do here tonight as they try to keep the bats moving. That has been an issue early on in this season, just unable to find the connection. Started to turn around here on this 3-game winning streak. As a long check out from Steen, the pitch delivered, bounces away, and the man on second will head for third and easily make it over there. So 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A man 90 feet from home. As Shore just staying alive up there. As again, 2-2. Getting back set. Shore taking a look. Again, Bobby Marsh still in the on-deck circle. Shore waits on the pitch. Steen moves into his motion. Delivers. Cut on. Drilled out there towards shallow right. And that will get down. So the second hit of the afternoon. And the run does come across to score. As the Pioneers make it 2-0. So Shore gets the RBI single. And that'll bring up Bobby Marsh. Marsh here out of Belafonte High School. He just graduated and will be headed down to Florida Atlantic University. He's taken part in the 2020 Perfect Game National Showcase. Marsh was also a preseason All-American this season as well as an underclass All-American the past 2 seasons. Bobby has been all-tournament team on 8 teams dating back to 2016 and ranks in the top 500 nationally as he swings at strike number 1. 0-1 on Marsh. As the catcher throws his glove. That's a new one. And gets a replacement. Hadn't seen that one before. So, runner standing on first base. 2 runs on 2 hits so far for the Pioneers. As time is called. The official checking on the catcher here. As I believe he's got his glove issue all worked out, and now Marsh will step back in. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. As Marsh waits. The pitch from Steen. Taken for strike 2, 0-2. Stepping back in, Marsh looking. As the only out so far recorded on the Popa fielder's choice, as he grounded that ball to second base. So Steen will step back in. Steen takes a long look in as Bobby Marsh trying to get set. Marsh waiting. As the set and pitch from Steen in there. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. As we want to remind everybody again that the Pioneers are going to be at home this weekend. Elmira Enforcers Night coming up here very shortly. Going to be a fun time. Make sure you get out to the ballpark for that as they will welcome Captain Glenn Patterson to throw the first pitch. You don't want to miss a second of all that fun. The pitch cut on and fouled back, 1-2. So it's a ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Pioneers leading 2-0. As stepping right back in, Bobby Marsh. Marsh, a first baseman, looking to move right in as he heads to Florida Atlantic next fall. That one's taken for strike 3 and the punch out. So 2 quick outs here now. As Chris Erickson will head up. Erickson had himself a night, a couple of triples last night, and he certainly helped out the old batting average. 323 as 10 out of 31. He's also doubled a couple of times. 7 RBIs. As Steen gets back set, trying to get out of this inning. That's right down the middle, 0-1. So runner still standing on first base is Ben Shore. Certainly not known for his attempts at stealing, as Erickson waits. The next pitch from Steen is cut on and missed. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, as Erickson looks down for a sign. Still checking with his third base coach, and now we'll step back in. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, as the Pioneers trying to keep the inning alive here in the top of the first. Erickson waits, the pitch, cut on, drilled down the third base line, but foul. And that ball will roll to the fence. 0-2, one more time here. As again, a lot of pitches needing to be thrown here in the top of the first inning. Steen still settling in a little bit. As Erickson takes the look out, runner on first hasn't been off and moving. As the next pitch in there, that will be in there for strike 3. Another punch out looking, and that will do it for the top of the first. Pioneers do manage to plate 2 on 2 hits. We'll see what we can do, we'll see what Niagara can do when they come up in the bottom of the first. You're listening to the Pioneers on Mixlr.com.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is. He's always there.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new Extra Charge Hot or Iced Coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
All right, and with that, we are back here as the Pioneers set to go to work. Jack Sokol on the mound, and Nathan Manning, the left fielder, steps into the batter's box. The first pitch from Sokol in there for a strike, 0-1. Manning on the season has not let off so far. We'll see what he can do here in his first attempt. The 0-1 goes for 0-2. 2 quick strikes from Sokol as he is going to attack the zone. Getting back set. Manning looking out towards Sokol as Sokol winds and delivers. Drilled out there towards second, scooped up by the second baseman, thrown over to first, and that will be in time. First out of the inning. As a little grounder, 4-3. As that's going to bring up Cole Gabrielson. Gabrielson stepping up so far in the year, one of the more productive hitters out of the Niagara lineup. He is 6 for 22, a .273 batting average, 6 hits, with those being two doubles, and a triple. The pitch taken again. Attacking the zone is Jack Sokol. 0-1. Sokol sets again, and the delivery taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. Getting back set. Sokol moving right into the delivery quick. That one popped up towards foul territory. That is going to get out of play. So another reminder to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. So the count 1-2 as Sokol right back to his stretch. delivers, and low, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As I said, Sokol had a little bit of trouble the last time he was in a game, as that one is popped up into foul territory. The right fielder takes a look, and that is going to get in the bullpen. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. As Sokol taking a look, the umpire getting a fresh batch of balls, and we will be right back here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sokol set on the mound. Going up against Gabrielson. The pitch. Cut on and tapped out towards the mound. Scooping that up and throwing over. Not going to be in time. That gets behind the runner, and he will advance to second on the throwing error. He turns and looks at third. That's hustled quickly back over. But a base hit for Gabrielson means that the Niagara Power now have a base runner in scoring position. That's going to bring up Channy Ortiz. Ortiz this year, batting a cool 250, is 1 for 4. That one hit, he did manage to come around and score on that as well. So 1 out. As Niagara goes back. The pitch. Taken for a strike, going 1. No balls, 1 strike. To Channy Ortiz, the shortstop here tonight. Cole Gabrielson stands and leads off at second base. Gabrielson dancing around out there at second. The pitch is taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As again, going back to work is Sokol. He checks on the runner, delivers towards home. That one chopped up towards the third baseman. He will catch that one and look the runner back. So a second out for the Pioneers. As that'll bring up Scott Ogren. As Ogren steps in, take a look at what he's done this year. So far, batting .259, 7 for 27. Has a double to his credit. Couple of home runs as well. The pitch. Taken right down the gut. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first. Pioneers trying to get back to the offensive side of the ball. 0-1. The check, the pitch. Cut on and missed again. 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes very quickly as Sokol, as I've said all game, has been attacking the zone. See if he continues to do that as the game wears on. The pitch. Cut on, drilled out there towards the shortstop. Montgomery stabs at it, throws over to first in plenty of time, and that will do it for the bottom of the first. 1 man left on as the Power go back to the field, and the Elmira Pioneers head back for the plate. 2-0 Elmira as we go to the intermission.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah. Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh. Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Hi, this is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marian M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, and with that, we are back here to Sal Magley Stadium. The Pioneers have a 2-0 lead headed into the top of the second inning. Going to bring up Justin Taylor, the third baseman. as Taylor steps in to lead things off here in the top of the second. Taylor batting an even 200, 4 for 20, has scored twice. All of those hits have been singles, however. We'll see what he can do here. Taylor out of Millersville. The pitch cut on and popped up. That one goes towards foul territory, and that will get out of play. So, no balls, 1 strike to start things off here in the top of the second. Taylor stepping back in. He looks out. The wind and the pitch from Steen is taken for strike 2, 0-2. As Steen starts attacking the heart of the plate. Taylor getting back set. The pitch cut on, and that one will be fouled off. So 0-2 one more time. Taylor taking a second, adjusting the batting gloves. As he gets set. As that's low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As 1-2 the count now here in the top of the second. The wind and the pitch from Steen. Cut on, fouled back and into the netting. So 1-2 one more time. Getting back in set. Long look for Justin Taylor as he's trying to find his way on base here. The pitch cut on, popped up. This one will get into foul territory. And Taylor is staying alive. Staying alive. Anyone who didn't sing that, you know, hey, we're trying to have some fun here at the ballpark. Have some fun with me. All right, Justin Taylor right back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Evening that back up. As once again, taking a long look, the pitch. Taylor waits. He chops on that one. That one will be kept in the infield, and an easy play there for the second baseman, as Taylor will go down and be retired. So that's going to bring up South Trimble as Trimble steps in. Second baseman here tonight. He has played, well, pretty much primarily there, but has been the extra hitter for a lot of the early part of the season. Trimble batting 148, 4 for 27 on the season. The pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes. As Trimble and the Pioneers offense trying to get going here in the top part of the second. 2 runs in the top of the first, as that one is high and tight, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As getting back set, the wind and the pitch. Inside again, 3-0. So South Trimble stepping back up. He was the leadoff hitter for the vast majority of these first 10 games. Now has worked his way back into the outfield, as that's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. During much of that season, he was nursing an injury. Appears to be fully recovered now, and Andrew Drum certainly happy to have his talented glove in the lineup. The pitch is inside, ball 4, and the Pioneers have their first base runner here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up Peter Theodorelis, the designated hitter. As Theodorelis steps up. Take you around his stats. He has yet to reach on base via the hit. Has gotten on there on the base on balls 3 times. And has come around to score twice, as that's in there for a strike right away. 0-1. Theodorelis. Interesting batting technique without the batting gloves. Don't see that very often. As he steps back in. Throw over to first. As again, Theodorelis actually started off the game as the pitcher back on Monday in the exhibition contest. Haven't seen him pitch much outside of that, so we'll see if he makes an appearance out of the bullpen a time or two this season. The pitch, cut on, drilled back up the middle. The center fielder has a read on it and will make the grab. That'll send the runner back to first, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the second. So Gil Marad, the catcher, will come up to the plate now.
From Ithaca College, number 6, Gil Marad.
Marad stepping in. The IC product comes up as Marad so far this season at the plate, batting a cool 148, 4 for 27. Came around to score a couple of times, had a couple RBIs as well. No extra base hits on the ledger. As Marad gets set. The pitch, taken for a strike, 0-1. Not much of a lead over there for South Trimble, leading off of first base. As Marad. Well, they throw over, and Trimble, that ball gets past the first baseman, but not quite far enough for Trimble to make a leap. So, Marad will reset. As he waits, Steen goes back to the mound. 0-1 the count, 2 outs here. As again, getting back set, the pitch from Steen. Comes in, cut on by Marad, drilled down the third base line, but just foul, 0-2. Foul ball as, once again, Pioneers just trying to stay alive here. 0-2, runner stands on first base. They were able to put up 2 runs back there in the top of the first. Nothing so far here in the top of the second. Did get the base, or excuse me, the base on balls. As another throw over, attempting to pick off Trimble. 0-2 count. As Gil Marad waits for the next pitch. He's looking to put bat on ball. As I said, he hasn't had anything extra bases as of yet. The pitch, cut on, popped up into foul territory, and, well, lands on the top row of the bleachers here. Has a lot of hustle shown by the fans here in Niagara. Love to see that. Certainly excited to retrieve that ball. I'm hearing they're getting a piece of candy if they return that, so that's a pretty nifty little prize there. As again, the pitch from Steen, cut on by Marad, drilled towards the shortstop. A misplay there, and Marad is going to reach. So, that will be officially scored. I believe an error. We'll wait to see. Yep, error put up on the board. So, reaching on the error, but putting a runner in scoring position as the top of the order comes back up again. Mejia stands in. And so far, his Pio's career in 2021 has been pretty successful. A single, and he came around to score. Love to see if he can get going yet again. As Mejia stands out there. Cuts on the first pitch he sees, and that makes it 0-1. Mejia, as we remember a couple of years ago, he certainly had a good eye at the plate, but also got a little aggressive too, which this Pioneers team has been lacking a little bit, getting going early. We'll see if this helps out a little bit. As the pitch, cut on, drilled back up towards the shortstop spot as he throws over to first, and that will be kept on the bag. So, Mejia, the ground out 6-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. No runs there, 2 men left on, and we will be back here on Mixlr.com.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnott Health. It's what we do.
All right. And as the final couple warm-up pitches are thrown here, might take a little bit longer, as still waiting to come back is Gil Murad. He is getting fully suited up down there. We want to remind you, if you're looking for a hotel, or if you have family or friends visiting the Twin Tiers area, perhaps your first phone call should be to the Holiday Inn Riverview in Elmira. Holiday Inn Riverview is the host hotel of your Elmira Pioneers. And don't forget, if you're looking for a great place to go after a Pioneers victory, head on down to Texas Roadhouse. Especially if somebody hits a home run at home and they hit that Texas Roadhouse bullseye out in center field, everyone in attendance wins a free appetizer. So go on down to Texas Roadhouse and show them some love. And get yourself a nice steak. They cook a heck of a steak down there. So, next man up, going to be Nicholas Balsano, the designated hitter. Balsano on the year, the hottest hitter on the power lineup. He is 6 for 12 and even 500. First pitch he sees will be low, ball 1. 1-0, as again, the Pioneers trying to put another 0 up here in the bottom of the second. The pitch taken for ball 2. 2-0. Stepping right back in, Sokol. Trying to get going here in the bottom of the second inning. As I said in the first, he was attacking the zone. Now he's kind of fishing around it a little bit. 3-0. Sokol steps right back. A long look here from Balsano, the designated hitter. The pitch down the gut for a strike, 3-1. 3-ball, 1-strike count. As Balsano trying to keep his average up above 500. The pitch cut on, drilled up the middle, off of the glove, thrown over to the shortstop, and not in time. A little bit of a crazy bouncing ball down there. Hit off the second baseman over the shortstop. Finally did get it over to first. It just was not quite in time. Waiting to see. I think they're going to rule that one a hit, according to the folks in the press box. So Balsano goes 1 for 1. Earns himself a single, and that's going to bring up William Carlone. Carlone here, the second hottest hitter on the Niagara Power. 4 hits in 12 at-bats. The next pitch, low, ball 1. 1-0 here, as again, Sokol having a little trouble finding the strike zone here in the bottom of the second. Sokol steps back on the mound. Long look in here is Carlone going back to work. The pitch taken, and that one's in the strike zone, 1-1. As the Pioneers trying to keep things in a progressive motion on the road. They are coming in on the 3-game winning streak, as that's in there for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, Sokol trying to get set. Checks in and delivers. That one bounces in there. So at the count, 3-1. As Sokol trying to find the strike zone again. I've said it, he's had a little bit of trouble here early on. As he checks on the runner, delivers inside, ball 4, and now the Power will have runners at first and second. So that brings up Brock Rudy. Rudy, batting .222, 4 for 18, has scored 6 times, also does have a triple to his credit. So now it's that lefty on righty matchup, which can oftentimes intimidate. And just since I saw some comments in the YouTube feed, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow is Elmira Enforcers Night, free Enforcers batting helmets, as that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Saturday is free Frisbees, sponsored by Elmira Heat Treating, and Sunday, Father's Day game, play catch with Dad on the field after the game. Make sure to come on out for that. The next pitch, cut on and fouled back, 0-2. So lots of fun things coming up. Also, don't forget, a few more big events coming up, including free Enforcers Thundersticks, free Demet's Turtles, and Salem Hot Dog Wednesdays coming up. Hot dog's only $1. I might have to bring a 10 spot to that one. As that pitch is in, bounces up, gets away from the catcher, but 1 ball, 2 strikes now. We've had some of those hot dog eating contests. Haven't seen anyone really play out. I am more than willing to take on someone. Let's do this. As the next pitch, 1-2. Taken outside, 2-2. Count back even. Runners stand at first and second. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Power threatening as they've got 2 runners aboard. That one popped up. Left fielder has a read and makes the catch. And the runner faked to be off for third. Definitely didn't think he had the distance there, so he retreats. And the first out of the inning is recorded. That's going to bring up Tyler Lozano as he steps up. Lozano this season batting .261, 6 for 23, a double, and a homer so far, 4 RBIs. As now again, Sokol steps back onto the mound, checking on the runner back at second, and delivers right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. As Sokol gets back set. Stepping back in is Lozano. He's extra hitting tonight, so just the hitting part to focus on. Long look as the check on the runner, and that one is bounced in there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As getting back set. Long look from Sokol as he delivers. Nice frame job, but 2 balls, 1 strike. The Pioneers catching staff has really done an amazing job this year trying to frame everything up. Just unable to get the call on that one. So 2-1 count. The pitch. Cut on, popped up, as that one should be playable for the right fielder. And the catch will be made. Quick hustled throw back in. As a little miscommunication between the third base coach and the man standing on second. As that will be the second out. And that's going to bring up Aaron Greenfield, the right fielder. Greenfield stepping up. He is sitting at .258 right now, 8 for 31. Has 7 RBIs. Would love to add one here. Try to close this gap a little bit for the Niagara Power. The pitch. High, 1-0. As again, Greenfield batting on the right-hand side of the plate against the right-handed pitcher. The pitch. Right back over the middle, 1-1. Saw a little dip on that, little movement, as we'll see. Next pitch coming. Sokol winds and delivers. That one chopped towards the pitcher's mound, and everybody's going to be safe. Just a little bit of a late reaction there. So with 2 outs, the bases are now loaded, and that's going to bring up Roberto Mejia Jr. As Mejia Jr. steps in, he's batting .174, 4 for 23. Does have 3 RBIs. Two outs here. The Pioneers looking for that final out of the inning. Get themselves into the third and back up to the plate. As Mejia takes a look. The pitch. Taken, and that's in there for a strike, 0-1. A long look down, the pitch. Taken for strike 2, 0-2. So Sokol right back to dealing here. As Sokol setting. Has his sign. And now we'll start to move into his windup. Runners all over the field, thrown in there, and just missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Soko comes back out. He's one strike away from getting out of this. A bases loaded jam here in the bottom of the second inning. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed. A strike 3. The Pioneers will go back to the plate. Still with a 2-0 lead. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball here on Mixlr.com.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new Extra Charge Hot or Iced Coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
All right, well, the Pioneers coming back up to the plate. Donovan Montgomery ready to go here. He was hit by a pitch, so no official at-bats back there in the first inning. Top of the third, Pioneers leading things off. As everyone returns to the dugout, and we appear just about ready to go. Umpire signals. And Steen back to work for his third inning of work here. Cut on and miss, strike 1, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The wind and the pitch. Inside again as Montgomery looking a little flustered there as he's already been hit by a pitch tonight. Montgomery waits. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled back. That will get out of play. We remind you again, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Autoglass. So again, apparently foul balls, free candy. A win-win situation. As 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. The pitch from Steen. Taken high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 here in the top of the third inning. Pioneers scored 2 in the top of the first. Be looking to add on to that here in the top of the third inning. The pitch to Montgomery. Cut on and missed, as that will be a strikeout. And that will bring up Dom Popa. Popa comes in. He reached on a fielder's choice, but did come around to score back in the first inning. Popa stepping in as he takes a look. The wind and the pitch. Attempted bunt from Popa. Haven't seen that out of him so far this season. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Popa to be followed by Ben Shore. Shore did have a single back in the top of the first. The pitch. Cut on and fouled off. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. As Popa, the University of Pittsburgh product, trying to get going as the Pioneers have been limited since the first couple batters of the game. Couple of strikeouts so far on the ledger for the power pitcher as Steen delivers. Cut on, fouled away down the left field line. So 0-2 count. That's 3 in total. 2 back looking as Bobby Marsh and Erickson both took strike 3 Standing there with the bat on the shoulder, Donovan Montgomery obviously went down swinging just a moment ago. So, 2 runs for the Pioneers back in the top of the first, and since then, everybody's been a little bit quiet on that front. Stepping off is Steen. Couple of dangerous innings there for Sokol as well, but he has managed to get through and not allow any runs up on the board, as that one is outside. And again, 1 ball, 2 strike count. So, another attempt here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The wind and the pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Popa trying to keep things going. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, drilled back up the middle, and that is going to be a base hit. Ball rolls out to center field, and Popa will reach. So with 1 out, the Pioneers tie up the hits column at 3-3. That's going to bring up Ben Shore, as Shore reached on a single earlier. RBI single, as a matter of fact, as we'll see what Popa can do out on the field. So Dom Popa taking a look. He did get around on a couple of throwing errors, so there was strike 1, as Shore going to work. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, as Shore waits at the plate. There is some activity down in that power bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Shore steps back in. Waiting. As again, the check back on the runner. And will throw over. As I said, Popa not usually known as a stolen base guy, but certainly was effective back in the first inning. As again, trying to get set. The pitch. Taken inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Shore steps back in. 2-1 count. Still 1 out here. Getting back set, the wind and the pitch. Runner off and going. This one popped up. This will get foul. Back up and over our head. As that gets back out. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-2. As again, Shore trying to find a lane to put the ball in play. He'll be followed up by Bobby Marsh, if anything but a double play is to happen here. Shore waiting. The pitch. Bounced in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. So 1 more chance for the extra hitter. Was about to call him the catcher there. Had to double check my lineup sheet, as he's been catching pretty regularly over the last few games. Ben Shore had a heck of a night behind the dish last night. As the umpire calls time, Shore will step out. And right back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. He waits. The pitch is in there for strike 3 looking. So another strikeout, as the man has his bat on the shoulder. As that's going to bring up Bobby Marsh. So Marsh comes in. As I said before, he'll be heading to college in the fall. So getting his first taste of college-level ball action. Of course, the wood bat does make it a little bit different than what he'll face down at Florida Atlantic University. As he waits. The pitch. in there for a strike on the outside corner. So Marsh, having seen 2 of the previous 3 batters strike out, be looking to break that cycle as a runner still stands on first. He waits as the pitch is off and outside as that one's thrown towards second. The ball skirts away from the shortstop again as the runner does make his way to second. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As again, the pitcher Dylan Steen still going to work here in this 3rd inning. Has 2 2/3 under his belt already. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marsh waiting. The check on the runner, the wind and the pitch. Cut on by Marsh and in there for strike 2, 1-2. Stepping right back in, Bobby Marsh. Had a solid night last night, but so far tonight, a strikeout looking, and now he's trying to not strike out for a second time. Would love to get the ball in play with the runner in scoring position, even though there are 2 outs. Marsh asking for time, and he will be granted it pretty late into the setup for the pitcher out there. As again, Steen trying to complete his 3rd inning of work. Pioneers will run Jack Sokol back out in the bottom half of this inning. Still nobody working down in the pen for the Pios. The pitch bounced in there, gets behind and into the shoes of the umpire, thrown down to third quickly, and that will be in time. So out will be made at third base, which means they will reset. It is a 1, 2, and 3 inning as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. No runs, the hit that came across, and now they will leave nobody on base with the stolen base catch, and we head to the break. 2-0 after 2.5.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah. Grapefruit.
Blood orange, me berry.
Got it.
Oh, oh. Oh. Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Hi, this is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years' experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marian M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
So, what brings you and Greg to...
All right, and we are back here live from the bottom of the 3rd inning as the Pioneers see Jack Sokol out back for his 3rd inning of work, and it's going to be Nathan Manning, the left fielder, to greet him. 0 for 1 on the ground out from second to first. As going right back to work, Sokol. He sets and pitches on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1 count here in the bottom of the 3rd. Pioneers with a 2-0 lead. As the pitch cut on, grounded out again towards second. And for the 2nd time tonight, it's a 4-3 ground out. As that'll bring up Cole Gabrielson, who heads up. He's 1 for 1 with a single here tonight.
The center fielder from the College of San Mateo, number 6, Cole Gabrielson.
So Gabrielson stepping into the left-handed or right-handed batter's box. My apologies. Sokol goes right back to work. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. So Sokol getting back to what was working for him in the 1st inning, attacking the plate. Kind of moved away from that in the 2nd and got a little dicey, but managed to work his way out of it. As that one is a little bit inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 1-2. 1-2 count. As Gabrielson waits. The wind and pitch from Sokol. Cut on and drilled out to the parking lot. Which makes me want to remind you, make the right decision. Insist on our good friends at Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. The wind and the pitch. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. As Sokol, again, still has nobody down in that bullpen, so he will be out there for the foreseeable future. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looking for that put-away pitch. As I said, Cole Gabrielson already 1 for 1 with a single. The pitch. In there for ball 4, so a free pass now, as that will put a runner on first base. That brings up Channy Ortiz, who's 0 for 1. He popped out to the third baseman. As again, looking down at the third base coach, the left-handed batter steps in. Ortiz waits the first pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. As aggressive as Sokol has been on the first pitch, a little surprising Niagara hasn't come out and tried to throw a bat at one. Waiting again, Ortiz. Sees the second pitch from Sokol as a fake run from the runner over at first. The center fielder, Gabrielson, took a little bit of a hop off of first, trying to distract the pitcher. Does earn a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga down showdown. The pitch. In there for ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 the count, as bottom of the third inning. No run support for either side since the top of the first when the Pioneers put up a 2 spot. The wind and the pitch. Now the runner is off and going. Chopped over there towards second. Will skirt into the outfield. Runner gets around second and heads for third. That'll put runners at the corners. So a hit for the Power, as Scott Ogren, the third baseman, will be next man up. As he grounded out shortstop to first base. Ogren stepping back in. Sokol waits, delivers a little bit low, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count for the pitcher, as again, Pioneers relying on Sokol to do some heavy lifting here with a runner standing 90 feet from home. This one drilled towards third, throw over to second in time, over to first, and off the line, so the run is going to score, and the batter will stay at first on the fielder's choice. So, a chance to get out of the inning, just couldn't connect with the man at first. That's going to bring up Nicholas Balsano, 1 for 1 with a single, as Niagara has closed the gap. As again, the pitch taken right down the middle. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1, 2 outs now here in the bottom of the third inning. Niagara on the board. They have scored their first run. The pitch taken for strike 2, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Sokol looking for the put-away pitch here. Has his sign. The pitch. Cut on and fouled away. That'll get down in towards the Pioneers bullpen. So, Balsano, the designated hitter, trying to keep this inning alive as the Pioneers trying to get back to the plate. The pitch. cut on and grounded towards third, scooped up and thrown over hurriedly, and it's in time, as that will be the final out. Here in the bottom of the third, the Power do add a run, and as we head to the top of the fourth, Pioneers 2, Niagara Power 1. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
All right, and with that, we are back here for the top of the fourth. New pitcher enters the game. Brett Kohinski enters. He is an 8.10 ERA, has been in 2 games, started 1, pitched 6.2 innings, 12 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 3 bases on balls, and 4 strikeouts on his line. So we'll see what he can do here against the Pioneers, who will lead things off with Chris Erickson, Justin Taylor, and South Trimble coming up. As the top of the fourth gets underway. Excuse me, Bobby Marsh starting things off as the pickoff. My apologies. So, Marsh, the first baseman, heads up. And again. Marsh looking to step into the batter's box as he will face Brett Kohinski. Kohinski steps on the mound to face the left-handed batter. Marsh awaiting the first pitch of the top of the fourth. As he sets, Kohinski delivers. Cut on by Marsh right away, 0-1. Marsh was down to his final strike, but then the pickoff down at third brings him back here in the top of the fourth. 2 quick strikes right away, so Kohinski going right to work. Oh and 2, nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning. Pioneers lead cut to just 1 now, 2-1. The pitch, outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Kohinski resets out there on the mound. He waits, the wind, the pitch, outside again, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As again, Niagara scored in the last half inning, so the Pioneers have to feel some pressure as that 1-run lead sits up there on the scoreboard with a lot of outs remaining. The pitch, cut on, drilled there by Marsh into left field. The left fielder has the read and will make the grab. So, first out of the inning in the books as Chris Erickson heads for the plate. And that we'll see him trying to avoid the looking strikeout he had back in the top of the first inning. Erickson, as I said previously, one of the hotter hitters for the Pioneers, batting above 300 right now as he drills that one right up the middle, and he will continue as he gets into center, and that will be a single for Erickson, bringing up Justin Taylor, who led off the top of the second, popping out to the second baseman. Taylor stepping in out of Millersville. As he steps up. Taylor batting out of that left-hand side of the batter's box. He's appeared in 31 games this season, forced at the plate, driving in 22 runs with 5 home runs back down at Millersville as he takes strike 1, 0-1. So 1 out so far here in the top of the 4th inning. Getting set. Taylor waiting. Couple of nifty plays over there at third base as that's in there for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As Erickson stands on first. Erickson certainly a threat to steal. As he waits, the wind and the pitch. High again, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. Here in the top of the 4th inning. A little conversation on the mound. First trouble Kohensky's gotten into since entering the game here just 2 batters ago. Stepping in is Taylor. As he gets set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, and that one is popped foul. That one's going to get way out of play. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As getting back and set, Taylor. He waits on the next pitch as Kohensky delivers inside. That gets past the catcher, but hits off the umpire's leg, and that will just be ball 3. No advancement from Erickson over there at first. Again, Erickson has the speed. We'll see if anything comes of that. 3-2 count. Erickson hasn't had much of a lead over there either. I know he suffered some sort of injury earlier on, but he is back in the lineup and has been the past couple of days. Certainly was showing the speed last night on the triple. The pitch, cut on, drilled out there towards left center. That's going to get down, and Erickson will round second and head for third base, as that will bring him into third, and that ball bounces right to the catcher at home, as now runners stand on second and third. So another hit for the Pioneers, tying that total back up. As again, a big play here as the Pioneers threatening to score. Trimble steps up as he reached on a base on balls back in the top of the 2nd inning. Wasn't able to do anything with it, but the Pioneers were able to get him into scoring position. As again, right back to work. Brett Kohensky, the pitch chopped back up towards the middle. This will score a run as Erickson comes around to score. And it moves Taylor on to third base as Trimble grounds out. And now with 2 outs in the inning, Pioneers do have the 3-1 lead. They get their 2-run lead back as that'll bring up Peter Theodorelis. So Theodorelis stepping in, a runner 90 feet from home, 2 outs. The pitch, taken outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes for Theodorelis. He waits. The pitch, taken for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th as the Pioneers get the run back from the bottom of the 3rd. Still threatening again here, just 90 feet from home. The pitch, outside, 2-1. As Theodorelis waits. Long look in here from Kohensky. Now he's got his sign, moves into his delivery, and that's cut on. Theodorelis going to foul that one off as that gets over towards that third base area. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Theodorelis resets. Takes a look. As the wind and the pitch. Taken and bounced in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Theodorelis will get 1 more here in the top of the 4th inning. Theodorelis waits. As Kohinski resetting, he's got his sign. Little check on the runner at third and delivers. That is outside ball 4. And now the Pioneers with 2 outs have runners at the corners. Gil Murad stepping up to the plate. He reached on an error back in the second inning.
Ithaca College, number 6, Gil Murad.
Murad hit a hard hit ball over to the shortstop. It bounced off the inside of his glove and was a little too hot to handle. Make sure to stay with us. In the middle of the inning, we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard as that one swung on and missed 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom or the top of the 4th. My apologies. 3-1 Pioneers lead right now. Next pitch. Taken for strike 2, 0-2. Just on the inside part of the plate. Murad waiting. As Kohinski going right back to work. The wind and the pitch. Taken outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So again, the Pioneers threatening just 90 feet from home. Standing at third base, Justin Taylor. He waits. The wind and the pitch. High that time, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Gil Murad trying to get something going. He's been batting out of this 10-hole here the past couple days. The pitch. Cut on and fouled down the right field line.
Here comes a Niagara Falls State Park foul ball.
So one more time. 2-2-2. As Murad steps right back in. He waits. The pitch. Bounced in there. Gets away from the catcher. Hustling in. And the Pioneers will add another run. As the 4th run scores. And the man on first moves to second. So again. Pios score another one. And that will make it 4-1. As they continue to try to add on. But a runner moves back into scoring position. So Murad's still a threat up there. 2 balls. 2 strikes. 2 outs. As again. Murad waiting. Has that runner at second. The pitch. Cut on. Drilled back up the middle. This will get down in center field as the runner heads for home. The throw is off of the catcher and the runner Theodorelis will tag home base. And he will be safe for the 5th run of the game for the Pioneers. And Gil Murad gets to second on the throw, meaning he will be back in scoring position. So Jeff Mejia comes back up. Still 2 outs. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Singled and a grounder there. As now Mejia up for the 3rd time in just the 4th inning. The pitch. Mejia lays down a bunt, but that one gets foul. Seen him do that a time or two. Still has the runner out there on second base, so a runner in scoring position. As now waiting, Mejia. He got things going right away in the 1st inning. The pitch is inside to Mejia. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. It's now a 5-1 Pioneer lead. As Mejia waits. Long look out. That one outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Again, stay with us in the middle part of this inning. We'll have the out-of-town scoreboard for you as that one's thrown in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Mejia takes the look. Again, trying to get it out of danger. Brett Kohinski. The pitch. Cut on, drilled by Mejia, back out to center. This should score another run as that one bounces off the center fielder's glove. Mejia wraps around first, heads for second, and he is in there safely. So again, a runner back in scoring position. The Pioneers up 6-1, and Mejia will earn himself a single on that one and reaching second on the air. That brings up Donovan Montgomery. Montgomery's been hit by a pitch and struck out so far tonight. Would love to join the hit parade here. 6-1 right now for the Elmira Pioneers. Huge fourth inning. Again, 4 runs here in the top of the fourth. Little safety net when the pitcher heads back out here. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Montgomery getting set again. Montgomery waits. The wind and the pitch. Taken for strike 2 on the inside corner, 0-2. So 0-2 the count. As Elmira trying to keep the inning alive. Still have Mejia out there at second. 2 for 3 in his return so far. That one's tight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Montgomery, with that usually crouched over stance, had to stand straight up to avoid being plunked by that one. Montgomery waits as the power trying to get out of this inning. The pitch low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. As now, Montgomery waits. The pitch. Cut on and gets away. That one knocked the umpire back a couple feet there on the foul ball. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 more time. Umpire takes a second here. Little conversation with the Niagara manager, giving the umpire some time to recalibrate himself. That was quite the stagger back. As again, the Elmira Pioneers trying to keep this inning alive. Getting back set. The pitch coming here. Cut on and miss, strike 3. So that will do it for the top of the fourth. The Pioneers will strand 1, but they score a few runs, adding 4 to their total, making it 6-1. And now we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard quickly before we head for the break. The Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs and the Watertown Rapids. Diamond Dogs 3, Rapids 0 in the bottom of the third. Amsterdam 0, Utica 0 in the top of the third. Batavia in the top of the first, 2-0 over the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. We'll see where that all ends up by the time we're done here as we head to the break. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new Extra Charge Hot or Iced Coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah. Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
You got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Hi.
All right, and with that, we are back here for the bottom of the fourth inning. New pitcher for the Pioneers as Chris Mattoon makes his way out of the bullpen. As, again, the Elmira Pioneers go into the middle innings and have some success in the top of the fourth, adding 4 runs to their total. 6-1 right now over the Niagara Power. Still a long way to go to get to the end of this one, however. Quick throw over as that's going to bring up William Carlone. He has not had an official at bat yet. He walked in his first appearance. So Corlone steps up. Be the first to greet Chris Mattoon as that pitch is in and a little bit high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to start things off as Mattoon goes right back to work. Coming out of the bullpen here. Last time we saw Mattoon, he was the starter. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 1-1. As Mattoon steps in. Corlone trying to get something started against the brand new pitcher for the Pioneers. That one cut on out there towards center. On the run is Mejia, and he makes the grab. So a quick out number 1. As that's going to bring up Brock Rudy, who's 0 for 1. Flew out to the left fielder his first time at bat. So as Rudy steps up, little look out there at Mattoon, 6'1", 205-pound freshman right-handed pitcher. He's also from Elmira, New York. In 10 appearances, he threw 32.2 innings and a 2.76 ERA with 26 strikeouts at Alfred State this year. The pitch, cut on and missed. No balls, 1 strike to start off the at-bat. Stepping back in, Rudy. Again, they're trying to attack the pitcher early here as this one's popped up into foul territory and too far into it as 0-2. As I said, Mattoon has pitched in 2 games this year, both times as a starter. Neither time getting the decision. His ERA 1.29 and 7 innings pitched. Allowed 14 hits, 5 runs, only 1 of them earned on 2 bases on balls, but also threw 4 strikeouts. So the next pitch, in there, a little bit outside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out so far here. As he gets back set, Mattoon waits, the pitch, delivered, cut on, drilled towards first and hops over the first baseman's glove. So a base hit down the first base line. And that will bring up Tyler Lozano. Lozano, who flew out to the right fielder his last time up. As now Mattoon be looking to find a way out of this inning. Runner stands on first base. Mattoon returns to the hill. As again, Mattoon checks over on the runner at first. Mattoon not usually distracted by runners as this one's drilled right back to Mattoon. Throw over to first in plenty of time. I think he really had time to get the runner over there at second as well, but he makes his choice and takes out Lozano as Aaron Greenfield will be the next man up. So Greenfield stepping back in. It was not a long at bat for Lozano, swinging on the first pitch he sees. Has not been a rewarding scenario for the Power here against Chris Mattoon. The pitch taken off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Pioneers trying to put up another 0. In the bottom of the 3rd, they did allow a run to cross. Responded to that run by putting up 4 of their own. The pitch outside again, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As Chris Mattoon working here. Mattoon gets settled back in, working out of the stretch. He waits. The pitch taken for a strike on the inside corner, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, a runner in scoring position. As again, Mattoon waits. Check on the runner again. The pitch is cut on and fouled back. This one will get out of play and hits off the defensive railing up above here on the right-hand side. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a Tioga Down showdown. As again, Mattoon trying to get out of this top of the 4th. Or bottom of the 4th, my apologies. The pitch cut on, drilled out there towards right field. That's going to get down, scooped up quickly. They hold up the runner at third, and that will be a single as Greenfield makes it a 2-for-2 day, a couple of singles. As that will bring up Roberto Mejia Jr. 0-for-1 on the day. He struck out back a couple innings ago, as now the Pioneers looking for an out to get out of the danger. A runner just 90 feet from home over there at third base. So getting back set. The pitch. Taken. Strike one. That one looked good from here. Waited for the umpire to make the signal. 0-1 count. 2 outs. Pioneers with a 5-run lead right now. The pitch. Cut on. Drilled back towards his own dugout. 0-2. So Mejia Jr. trying to keep this inning alive for the Niagara Power. As Mattoon waits. He takes a look. As Mejia Jr. waiting at the plate. The pitch. Cut on. Drilled out there towards left. Left fielder gets a late break on it, but he's got it and makes the grab. So, 2 runners get on. First and third, but nobody comes around. The Pioneers taking a 6-1 lead to the top of the 5th. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
All right, last couple of warm-up throws here for the Power before the Elmira Pioneers go back to the plate. As set to lead things off, Dom Popa here. So Popa comes up. As I said, he leads things off. Reached on fielder's choice. Had a single back in the top of the third. As now we go to the top of the 5th. Getting back set. Popa waits. The pitch. Cut on and fouled back. No balls. 1 strike to start off the top half of the 5th inning. As Popa goes right back to work here. Be followed up by Ben Shore and Bobby Marsh. Should anyone reach, Chris Erickson would come to the plate. The pitch way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. As Popa takes the look. Long wind and the pitch. Cut on and drilled down the third baseline. That's going to get fair. And Popa heads around first. Drilling it for second base. And he gets in there standing up. So, first batter gets himself some help as he puts himself on second base. That's going to bring up Ben Shore. Shore had an RBI single back in the first. He struck out looking back in the third. As now again, a chance to get things moving with a runner right back in scoring position. Pioneers, that 6-1 lead here in the top half of the 5th inning. Powers pitching, getting set. The delivery. Taken for strike one, 0-1. As Brett Kohinski going back to work. His second inning of work here tonight. As the Pioneers wait the pitch. A little bit high. I think that ball might have slipped on Kohinski. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Kohinski steps right back in. A runner stands at second base. As again, Shore taking a look. The shortstop pretty close over to where the third baseman playing is a swinging strike 2. So that creates quite a hole there to the left-hand side of second base. Second baseman standing almost on top of the bag now. See if he retreats as opening up a couple of holes here as this one's popped up. Should be playable for the first baseman. He drifts over and will make the grab. So the runner faked the tag at second, but the first out of the inning is recorded on the pop-up to the first baseman. That'll bring up Bobby Marsh. Marsh stepping back in. As he takes a look, Kohinski has retired a batter now. One still standing on second base as Marsh looking for some contact here. He struck out. Well, he struck out looking, and then he flew out to the left fielder in his last at bat. 0 for 2 on the night. Marsh waits. The pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As Kohinski had a little bit of trouble in the last top half of the inning. Don't forget the Pioneers have scored in back-to-back innings quite a bit here early in the season. It's been a bit of a pattern. Didn't happen early tonight in the first, as that one's drilled by Marsh out towards first. Will advance the runner as the throw 3-1 gives the Power 2 outs. But now a runner does stand 90 feet from home. So that will bring up Chris Erickson. So Erickson steps in. He has struck out looking and singled and come around to score. 1 for 2 on the night. As Erickson looking for contact here. Erickson steps back in. The pitch from Kohinski. Drilled out there towards short on the first pitch he sees. Erickson hustling down, and he is not going to get there. So they will strand a runner with 3 outs here in the top of the 5th. We head for the bottom half. Your Pioneers 6, the Niagara Power 1. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new Extra Charge Hot or Iced Coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah! Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Hi, this is Marion Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we...
All right, and with that, we are back here live as the Pioneers going back to work. Chris Mattoon, his second inning. As we'll see what he can do here. Nathan Manning, the top of the order, leading things off. He's 0 for 2, both times a ground out to second base. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Pioneers love to keep things right where they are as the pitch, cut on, popped up, should be playable for the left fielder. And a quick out, number 1 on just 2 pitches. So Manning goes 0 for 3 as he flies out to left field. Cole Gabrielson, he's 1 for 1, having reached on a single and a base on balls so far here tonight. Mattoon seems to be finding his groove. As now again. Mattoon waits. Takes a look and delivers the pitch. Cut on, drilled towards third, scooped up quickly, and the throw over is in plenty of time. 2 quick outs on just 3 pitches. As that's going to bring up Channy Ortiz. Ortiz 1 for 2. He popped up to the third baseman and singled in his last at-bat.
Number 36, Channy Ortiz.
So Ortiz steps in. Lefty versus righty up here at the plate. Coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. The pitch. Taken outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Mattoon attacks again, high, 3 balls, no strikes. Three 0 the count. As Mattoon gets back set. Delivers in there for a strike. Catches the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. As again, Mattoon trying to put down the side in order. Something that's been a little bit of a struggle here for the Pios. Outside, and he's not going to do it this time either. 4 balls means a runner gets to first base. So, Ortiz will stay 1 for 2 and will head down to first base. Ogren, he's 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out, shortstop to first base, and then a fielder's choice. 2 outs, runner stands on first base. The pitch, outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As Ogren trying to keep this inning alive. Bottom of the 5th, the pitch, cut on, drilled towards third, but foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. So, stepping back in, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Mattoon taking a long look. Has his sign and delivers. Cut on, drilled out there to short. Quick flip over to second, and the 6-4 will get the Pioneers out of the inning, and we head for the top of the 6th. Pioneers leading 6-1. We'll be back after this.
Marion Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marion M. Decker Agency LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
All right, and with that, we are back here live as the Pioneers coming back up to the plate. Getting ready to start things off, going to be Justin Taylor, the third baseman, to be followed by South Trimble and Peter Theodoralis. Taylor has had to be sharp at the hot corner, and they certainly call it that for a reason, as you can well see tonight. As Taylor steps up. Well, and this is the first time see him stepping up here, taking a couple of cuts away. See, getting the back of that uniform even a little bit dirty. as Taylor steps back in. He's been all over out there in the field here tonight as he goes back to work. The pitch. Taken for a strike right away, 0-1. Third inning of work for Brett Kohinski, as there is motion out there in the bullpen. So pitch in here. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. As the pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch cut on and drilled back towards the fence. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. As here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Elmira Pioneers lead 6-1. The pitch. Cut on and drilled down the line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As again, Elmira trying to get some base runners here. See if they can get some more runs to tack on as the pitch. Cut on, drilled back towards the shortstop. Tough play for the shortstop, and that will reach. So they reach on an error, does Taylor. As that'll bring up South Trimble. A rough night so far for the man at short for the Niagara Power, as Channy Ortiz has bobbled a couple of balls. As again, up comes Trimble, the pitch. Cut on and drilled out there. This one gets through, and again, runners on first and second on a base hit. So, runner reaches second, as that's going to bring up Peter Theodorelis. Theodorelis steps up again. One of his peculiarities, the lack of batting gloves. We'll see if that helps him out here, as the Pioneers threatening again. Getting back set, the wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike. Outside corner, 0-1. As Kohinski going right back. Seeing a little bit of a wind out there as the jersey on the mound is flapping. The flags pointing out towards right field. The pitch. Cut on, drilled out there towards right field. That's going to get down and fair. That should bring around 1, maybe 2, as the right fielder's still chasing it. And Theodorelis may have a triple here, as he heads for third base and gets in there in time. So he will reach third. Both runs will come across to score. And the Elmira Pioneers continuing to push up their run total here. 8-1 over the Power at the moment. As that is going to bring up Gil Murad. Murad here has singled and reached on an error. See if the Elmira Pioneers can add in another run as we sit here in the top of the 6th inning. We set the pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th. So top of the 6th inning here, nobody out. 8-1 now as the Pioneers have the lead. In there for ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As waiting. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. He waits. Long look in, the pitch. Taken low, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike from Kohinski. Kohinski getting set out there on the mound as he faces off with Murad. Murad has reached base both times tonight as he chops this one. This one should get foul, and it will. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. As Murad waits. 3-ball, 2-strike count. As he gets set. Long look out. Kohinski delivers. That one chopped at by Murad and right back out of play. So, 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner standing 90 feet from home. As the Pioneers sit at an 8-1 lead. The pitch from Kohinski. Cut on by Murad. Sent out. Pop up here should be playable for the second baseman, and he will make the grab. So the first out of the inning is officially recorded, as that'll bring up Jeff Mejia. Mejia has reached base twice tonight. So Mejia heads into the batter's box. And again, as he steps up, looking out towards the mound as Kohinski gets set. The pitch. Taken outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. One man standing on third base, just 90 feet from home, as the Pioneers again trying to push their lead. The pitch. Taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga down showdown. As Mejia waits on the pitch. Delivery. Cut on and fouled away. 1-2. Still just 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. As Mejia steps right back in. Looking for contact. As I said, he's reached base twice tonight on 3 attempts. The pitch. Cut on and missed. He's going to be down on strikes for the first time this season. As that brings up Donovan Montgomery. So Montgomery steps in. So far tonight, was hit by a pitch, struck out swinging twice. As the pitch, inside and above the head, 1 ball, no strikes. As again, the pitch, cut on and drilled out there, long foul ball. So 1-1 the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, as the umpire needs some more balls. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As the umpire has the balls he was looking for. Stepping right back in, Montgomery. Still looking to drive in that runner standing on third base, just 90 feet from home. As the power trying to get out of this top of the 6th. The pitch taken for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. As again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch fouled off. As we remind you again, to make the right decision, insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. Another attempt here. Getting back set. The pitch to Montgomery. Cut on, drilled up the middle, and that will get through. That makes it 9-1 Pioneers. So 2 outs and a single. RBI single for Donovan Montgomery, and that's going to bring up Dom Popa. Popa has reached every time he's been up at the plate tonight. As again, Popa steps back in, runner on first. We'll see if Montgomery is off and going. The pitch, taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As Popa waits. Big hole on the right side over there in the outfield, as that's in there for strike 2, 0-2. Getting back set. The pitch, way outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Catcher popped up like that was a pitch out, but I almost think it just came out of the pitcher's hand. Montgomery was nowhere near taking off from first base. The pitch, cut on, that one drilled back foul, gets over the top of the press box, and we remind you again, to make the right decision, insist on Gerber collision. 1 ball, 2 strikes, one more time. As, again, stepping back up, Popa. Trying to keep the inning alive with 2 outs, has a runner standing on first base. Pioneers up 9-1. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Popa waiting, the pitch. Off and going was Montgomery, but a swing and a miss means strike 3, and that'll do it for the top of the 6th. We'll head for the bottom of the 6th when we come back. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
All right, and with that, we are back here live as the power will come back up to the plate. Elmira's Chris Mattoon entering into another half inning of work here. After 3 innings from Sokol, now this is the 3rd inning of work for Chris Mattoon. Stepping up, Nicholas Balsano. Balsano 1 for 2 on the night, singled and grounded out from the 3rd baseman to the 1st baseman. Great play by the Pioneers fielders. As again, as we'll see, the wind and the pitch. That is low, 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes. As the pitch, cut on, fouled off, 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 the count. As again, Pioneers looking to make quick work here of the bottom half of the 6th. They now have a 9-1 lead as the pitch cut on, popped up again, and that will get out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, nobody out as they try to put down Nick Balsano. The wind and the pitch from Mattoon. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and two count, nobody out. The pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 2-2. 9-1, Pioneers. As again, 2-2 count, nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Balsano waits, the pitch. Taken just off the outside corner, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mattoon wanted that one. He's still staring at the umpires. Now he steps back on the mound. Mattoon moves into his motion and delivers. That one drilled out there towards 3rd, scooped up quickly, thrown over, and again, that will be a 5-3 putout. 1 for 3 for Balsano as William Corlone heads up. He's 0 for 1 after flying out to the center fielder. Had a base on balls, back to start off the game. As Corlone steps in, Mattoon stands on the mound. Umpire retrieving more balls. I'll tell you what, there's been a heck of a lot of foul balls here tonight. It's about the 4th time I've seen the umpire go for more balls. As now again, Will Corleone stepping up, to be followed by Brock Rudy. If anyone reaches, Tyler Lozano will head up. The pitch, cut on, drilled out there towards the gap. Center fielder trying to make a run, but that will get down and hit off the wall. Heading for second, Corleone, as that that throw heads in. And that will put a runner on second base. Pioneers have an out, but now we'll have to face Brock Rudy. So, second time reaching base for Corleone, as he doubles there. Right back in comes Rudy, and Mattoon will go back to work. Mattoon now having to work out of the stretch, however. As checking on the runner at second, the pitch cut on, drilled out there towards right, and the right fielder not going to get there. That one is a fair ball. The right fielder tosses in quickly. The runner heading around third and almost ran into one there. So a single puts runners at first and third with just one out, as Rudy now goes 2 for 3 on the day. And that will bring up Tyler Lozano. Lozano 0 for 2 so far here tonight. As we'll see what the Pioneers can do against him. Trying to see, nobody warming up in the pen for the Pios as of yet, so it's still going to be Chris Mattoon's inning. So, Mattoon delivers. Off the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Runners stand at first and third. As again, the pitch from Mattoon. Taken low. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 the count as Chris Mattoon goes back to work. Pioneers an 8-run lead here, 9-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Power threatening with a runner standing on third as this one's chopped out. The run will score as another single, as that one scooped up by the left fielder. Still nobody warming for the Pioneers. So, 9-2 now, as Lozano gets his first hit of the afternoon. Aaron Greenfield heads up. He's 2 for 2 on the afternoon, couple of singles on his line score. Still 1 out for the Pioneers as they need a little bit of help here. The pitch is low, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. As again, long look back at the runner on second. The pitch taken for a strike right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. Mattoon gets set. The pitch, a little bit high, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As Elmira trying to find a way out of this inning. Getting set, the check back on the runner. That one fouled back, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. 1 man out. As Chris Mattoon looking for his put-away pitch here. Mattoon steps back out on the mound. Staring daggers in at the plate. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pioneers trying to move into out-counting territory. As a step off, checking on the runner back at second base. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Mattoon has his check on the runner. The pitch. Cut on, drilled out there towards left. That will get down again. Should score another run. Runner from first heading for third as the ball is caught there by the third baseman. But now runners will stand on first and third as it's now a 9-3 ball game. So Greenfield successful again as Roberto Mejia Jr. comes up. He's 0 for 2 on the night, struck out, flew out to left field. As now someone heading down to the Pioneers bullpen. Can't quite catch the number down there, but as that would be Christian Kinsley. As this one popped up, playable for the first baseman. No, the second baseman comes over and makes the catch, so a quick out there for the Pioneers as they get the second out here in the inning on the pop-up to second from Mejia Jr. That's going to bring up Nathan Manning. He's 0 for 3 on the night as well.
University of California, Berkeley, number 27, Nathan Manning.
So 0 for 3 on the night. A couple of groundouts to second, a fly ball to left, and the Pioneers lead cut to 6 runs. The pitch from Mattoon, cut on and fouled back. That gets out of play. As again, Niagara has put up a 2 spot here in the bottom of the 6th, still threatening a runner 90 feet from home. As getting set, 0-1, Mattoon looking in. The pitch, fouled off again, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pioneers do have somebody down towards the bullpen area, not quite throwing yet. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mattoon looking to get out of this bottom of the 6th, limiting the damage. Pios have a 6-run lead here as this one's cut on, fouled away a 3rd time. So 0-2, 2 outs. As again, Mattoon looking for that put-away pitch. The pitch cut on, drilled towards second. The jumping catch, and what a catch for South Trimble. That will do it in that inning. 9-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. Pioneers leading. Don't forget to stay with us. We'll be right back here on Mixlr.com.
New Extra Charge Hot and Iced Coffee from Dunkin' is made with 20% extra caffeine from green coffee extract, because we could all use a little extra this year. Whether that's an extra boost, some extra boldness, or the drive to go the extra mile, we're extra ready for whatever comes our way and extra excited to take it on. Let's get it done with new Extra Charge Hot or Iced Coffee from Dunkin' with 20% extra caffeine. And pair it with snackable stuffed bagel minis for an added all-day boost. Order ahead on the Dunkin' app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah. Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Hi, this is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years' experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marian M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, a new pitcher to tell you about as Will Jackman enters the game. Jackman making his way in from the bullpen in the mid-innings. Unfortunately, not much to tell you about. This will be his first appearance pitching here this season. So we'll see what he can do against the Pioneers' bats, which have been fierce so far. Stepping up, first man to greet him, going to be Ben Shore. So, Shore will lead things off here in the top of the 7th. The Pioneers as the road team. Well, there's been a new rule introduced with a 12-run lead. It can end in the 7th, but the Pioneers still a little ways off from that. Would need 6 runs here in the top of the inning. Not something they do very often. As now, stepping back up is Ben Shore. Shore takes a long wait. The pitch from Jackman is in there for ball one, 1-0. As again, 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. The wind and the pitch from Jackman. Cut on and fouled away, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Jackman going back to work here. As they take a look. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Jackman gets set. Ben Shore looking to get things started. Shore taking a look. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch popped up, and that sounded solid, as I'm not sure what that hit, but it was very, very close to us here in the broadcast perch. Again, hope you're all enjoying the view tonight from Sal Magley Stadium. So the wind and the pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. As again, Pioneers trying to get this one started here in the top of the 7th. Tonight, one of the few times they haven't scored in back-to-back innings, as that one bounces in. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now. 3-2 the count. Pioneers holding a 6-run lead at this point, 9-3. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away again. You know, it's great that they're telling fans to bring those balls back, because I'm telling you right now, we might have some that were used in the first inning the way that these balls have flown out of the stadium. Pretty crazy the amount of foul balls going on up here. As again, 3 ball, 2 strike count, the wind and the pitch. Speak of the devil. Well, if somebody's collecting candy from all these foul balls, they got a whole pack at this point. So 3 balls and 2 strike count one more time. As once again, a 3 ball, 2 strike count. The pitch. This one drilled down towards third. Third baseman makes the snag, throws over to first, and in time. So, well, I'll tell you what, Ben Shore certainly ate up a lot of pitches, as that's going to bring up Bobby Marsh. Marsh so far on the night, he struck out looking. He lined out to the left fielder, and he hit a ground ball to the first baseman, who threw it to the pitcher, who was covering for the out. So again, 0 for 3. Long way of saying that, but there it is. Marsh waits, the wind and the pitch. Cut on. This one popped up. Should be playable. The right fielder having to come a long way, but he makes the grab. So first pitch, and right back to the bench with Bobby Marsh. That will bring up Chris Erickson. Erickson struck out looking back in the first, had a single that brought him all the way around to score, and then grounded out shortstop to the first baseman. 1 for 3 on the day, as Erickson steps back in. As again, they get strike number 1. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Coming back set, the wind and the pitch. In there for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, the pitch. Cut on, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. As some efficient work out of the pen by Will Jackman, who, well, he faced a lot of pitches there to the first man in the inning. The second man in the inning took 1. And now Erickson certainly working the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes is another foul ball. So, looking for the continuation of this inning, Erickson trying to keep it going. He's got Taylor on deck as Erickson takes that one inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. as Jackman will step back up. Taking a long look as Erickson, well, trying to prevent this from being the, well, and he's not going to do it as he takes strike 3. He was trying to keep this from being a 1-2-3 inning, but we head to the bottom of the 7th. Pioneers 9, they power 3. As we'll see, it looks like Kinsley will come in from the bullpen. We'll have more on that when we come back. You're listening to the Elmira Pioneers on Mixler.com. And because I forgot it was the middle of the 7th, we won't be right back. Let me cover up some thank yous. We want to thank all of our amazing season ticket holders, all of our great fans who support the Pioneers all year long, but most importantly, we want to thank our sponsors because without you, none of this would be possible. Thank you to AJ's, Archer Shamong, Arnett Health, Bill's Bullpen, Blaze Brockway Contracting, Buckley's, Shamong Canal, Dr. Dozak's, Elm Chevy, Elmira Heat Treating, Easy Budget, Farrell Gas, First Transit, GTP, Hardin, Hilliard, IBM, J. Schultz Massage, Junior Enforcers, Jubilee Foods, Just in Time, M&T Bank, Marion Decker, Morrison's, NYSCO PBA, Rodney Strange, Ryan's Distributing, Salins, Save-A-Lot, Seneca Beverage, Shedden's Wholesale, Simmons and Rockwell, Skyworks, Solutions FCU, Southern Tier Custom Fab, Suburban Propane, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, Vasco Brands, Weiss Markets, Wilbur Auto Sales, and X-Gen Pharmaceuticals. With that, we'll be right back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball here on Mixler.com.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, and we are back here live from the press box at Sal Magley Stadium as the Elmira Pioneers looking for 9 more defensive outs to come away with a victory and extend that winning streak to a season-high 4. As out on the mound now, Kinsley will take over. Not expected to do any pitching here tonight, but here's the line on Kinsley as he comes out of the bullpen and takes his last couple of warm-up pitches. So far this season, a 7.36 ERA, 2 appearances, both times out of the pen, has earned himself a save, 3.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 runs, all 3 earned, and 5 walks. So Kinsley can be a little wild, hopefully not here tonight, and we'll see what he can do as he gets started. Pretty comfortable lead for him, 6 runs. That should help him out a little bit getting started. As the throw down, and the Pioneers will toss that one around the infield. And now we'll see what Kinsley can do. That brings up Cole Gabrielson, who is 1 for 2 on the night. He has singled, walked, and grounded out from the third baseman to the first. So, first pitch out of Kinsley. Coming out of the pen, looking for a couple innings of relief work. The pitch. High and outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As Kinsley goes right back to work here. Has his sign and delivers. A little bit high again, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As Kinsley trying to find that strike zone here as he enters the game. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 2-1. As again. The pitch from Kinsley. Drilled out there towards third base. Scooped up quickly, and the throw over is in time. Kept his foot on the bag as well, according to the first base umpire. So, first out here. As now, a little complaint from the third base coach as he goes towards the home plate umpire. Not sure how much good that will do as the first base umpire made the call. So now the umpires will confer, as we'll wait for the signal. No, they call him safe. Okay, well, not very often you see the rulings reversed, excuse me. So, Gabrielson will reach, and that will bring up Channy Ortiz. Ortiz, 1 for 2 on the night, popped out to the third baseman, singled, and has a base on balls. As getting back set, Kinsley delivers. The pitch popped up. The read is on the third baseman, and the catch will be made. One pitch, and there's an out. Runner still standing at first. That's going to bring up Scott Ogren, who's 0 for 2 on the night. So, ground ball, shortstop over to first, and then a fielder's choice helped him to reach in his second at bat. As now again. The pitch. The runner is off and going. Quick throw down to second, and that is not in time. Attempted reach by Trimble, just did not work out. So the runner does advance to second base. Did not see the signal from the pitcher. I do believe that may have been a ball. It looked a little bit high. No, a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch, and going on the first pitch as that is in there. And another stolen base as he moves down to third. So, well, a couple of quick pitches, and we'll see now if that might have been a ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Okay, 0-2, 1 out. As Kinsley resets. The pitch. A little high, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. As now, Ogren taking a look. Kinsley checking on the runner. Apparently Gabrielson not going to try to steal home as well. As the pitch cut on, drilled towards third, chopped down, scooped up by the third baseman, over to first, and that ball will not be caught. Right into the sun. First baseman could not see that one coming at him. And so a run will score, a runner will stand on first, and we'll wait to see. Oh, they're going to rule it a single here in the booth, so RBI for Ogren as he gets 1 for 3 on the day. And that's going to bring up Nick Balsano. As Balsano steps up 1 for 3, singled, grounded out. As again. Some conversation out there on the mound. As Kinsley wandering around. Andrew Drum out there having a conversation with the... I'm not sure who he's talking with out there. He's talking to the first base. Oh, I think they're checking on their first baseman. My apologies. As it looks like Bobby Marsh a little shaken up on that throw. It was certainly thrown pretty hard at him. He appears to be okay. As he takes a little walk around. Gets the ball back to the pitcher, and now go back to work. As the runner stands on first, it is now a 9-4 ball game. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As the Pioneers in need of some outs. Kinsley gets set. Delivers. High. 1 ball, no strikes. One and 0 the count, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Pioneers holding on to that 9-4 lead right now. The pitch. Taken for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga down showdown. As again, Kinsley was set on the hill, working out of the stretch. He's had to do that quite a bit here in this inning. The throw over, and I'm not sure if it's the sun just getting in his eyes or what it is, but I'll tell you what, the first baseman over there, Bobby Marsh, having some trouble controlling that ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out again as Kinsley. Checking in with his catcher. Gets set. The pitch from Kinsley. Off the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 count. As he gets set. Good long look in, the wind and the pitch. Drilled out there towards short. Quick play over to second. Back over to first, and in time, a double play. 6-4 to 3, and that will get the Pioneers out of the bottom of the 7th. They head back to the plate for the top of the 8th after this here on Mixlr.com.
It's another day in the Twin Tiers. And for most of us, it's just another day on the job. Taking care of our neighbors, helping out our coworkers, and making our community a better place for all of us. When you love what you do and really care about the people you serve, you do it well. It's not for the glory, some big award, or even a pat on the back. It's just knowing that we can count on each other. That's reward enough. Arnett Health. It's what we do.
All right, and we are back here at Sal Magley Stadium as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here live for the PGCBL tonight. As, well, nothing recorded for the Dutchman and the Outlaws. That was screwed around with at 5:46. So, all right, top of the 6th, the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs trailing the Watertown Rapids 7-5. Top of the 6th, Amsterdam 2, Utica 2. In the top of the 3rd, Jamestown 3, Batavia 2. Pre-game in Saugerties as the Dragons and Stallions set to meet. And in the top of the 5th, the Geneva Red Wings 4, the Newark Pilots 0. So that is your out-of-town scoreboard as the Elmira Pioneers come back to the plate. Starting to get a little bit darker here as Justin Taylor heads for the plate. Taylor heads up. He'll be followed by South Trimble, Peter Theodoralis, and if anybody should reach, Gil Murad. As now again, the look and the pitch. Taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. As stepping right back in, the Pioneers certainly not attacking the ball as they were earlier in the game. My apologies. Top of the 8th inning here. They'll wind in the pitch. Inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As again, 2-0 count. They'll wind in the pitch. Taken 3-0. As looking out, Taylor looking to reach base here. He has reached twice tonight. The pitch way inside, and Taylor's going to earn himself a free pass. So he will take the walk down to first, and that will bring up South Trimble.
Now batting, the second baseman from George Mason University, number 14.
As Trimble comes up. See what he can do here. As again, getting back set, Trimble waits the delivery. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Hand up to the eyes of Taylor as he tries to see his third base coach. That sun really impacting that first base bag. The pitch cut on by Trimble as that is fouled away. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. As Trimble steps back into the batter's box. Trying to avoid going down on strikes here. Something that has become a little bit too popular here for Pioneers batters, as that is inside, and that will be ball 1. 1-2. Nobody out yet here in the top of the 8th inning. As the Pioneers back on the offensive side of the plate. Timeout called by Trimble. He'll be followed by Theodorelis and Gil Murad if everything stays pat right now. Then top of the order. Another look. The pitch cut on and drilled right up the middle. So that'll be a hit. Grounded to center as that puts runners on first and second base. So a single there as that brings up Peter Theodorelis. Dorelis steps back up. Again, that very unique look with the lack of batting gloves. He steps in here tonight. He's flown out to center, singled and tripled. Not a bad line as Theodorelis waits. Now has 2 runners on. As Theodorelis takes the look out, the wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner standing on first and second. Murad in the on-deck circle. The wind and the pitch. Taken on the outside corner, strike 2. As Jackman trying to calm himself down after a rocky start to the inning. And Theodorelis waits. The pitch. Taken outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count. Nobody out. As Theodorelis waits in the batter's box. Lefty versus righty as the pitch comes in. And that is in there for strike 3. And Theodorelis definitely not a fan of the call. So going back up, Gil Murad. So Murad steps up. As he takes a look. He waits on the pitch as Jackman going right back to work here. The wind, the delivery, cut on. This one popped up in the air. Should be playable. The second baseman ranging over. He is going to drop that one. So the the runner at second has to head for third. They will tag out the runner at second. And the throw over, they will get a double play. And that will do it here for the top of the 8th inning. After the dropped ball, just misplays all over the place from the Pioneers runners. We will step aside and be back after this.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah. Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Hi, this is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years' experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marian M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is. He's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
All right, and with that, we are back as the last couple of warm-up pitches being thrown here from Kinsley, who's trying to get these Things going on here. 9-4 in favor of the Pioneers right now. 6 defensive outs away from a victory if the Pioneers can get things going and just get through this one. They are still looking for their 4th consecutive victory in a row if they're able to net one here tonight. Would be a big one if the Pioneers can come through with it. William Corlone heads to the plate. And we'll see if he can find some success against Kinsley. Nobody warming in the pen, so Kinsley looks to be on the hook for at least the 8th inning if he doesn't go all the way through the 9th. Well, an interesting end to the last half inning. There was a lot of discussion about how to score that one, and I'll be honest, I'm not sure. So the pitch coming here from Kinsley is cut on, drilled towards short. Easy play for Montgomery. Toss over to first. In time, first out in the inning. So Corlone goes 1 for 3 as Brock Rudy comes up. 2 for 3 on the night. Flew out to 7. A couple of singles onto his line score. First baseman must be happy as the sun moves out towards the outfield. So again, Pioneers trying to get through these. Couple of outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As again, the pitch coming here. Kinsley throws that one in the dirt. So, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga down showdown. As Elmira trying to go back to work here. Gonna be a rough one. As again, Kinsley looking to get out of this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Just facing the second batter in the lineup as that's cut on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As we are back here live at Sal Magley Stadium. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch from Kinsley is outside, 2-2. So Rudy trying to find the base paths again. Trying to cut into this lead that the Pioneers have held up here. 9-4 right now. The pitch from Kinsley, cut on, drilled out there towards second and passed. That gets into left field. So, still 1 out, but Rudy will reach, and that will bring up Tyler Lozano. As Rudy goes 3 for 4, all 3 hits singles. Lozano, 1 for 3, flew out to the right fielder, grounded back to the pitcher, and singled so far here tonight. As again, getting back set, Kinsley waits. Getting set and pitches. Cut on and miss. Big swinging strike there, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As coming back. Little look out here from Kinsley. As Lozano gets set. As the pitch. In there for strike 2, 0-2. And little conversation there between Lozano and the umpire. Didn't like the strike zone. Has seemed to expand a little bit over these later innings. As again, 0-2 count. Checking on the runner back at first. The pitch and delivery. Cut on, and that one will get foul. And some more candy given out to the local children. As again, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Getting set is Kinsley. Kinsley has a look over the shoulder and will move into his delivery. The pitch. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Could be 2. No, they throw over to first instead, and they'll take the singular out. A little surprising there as they allow the runner to move into scoring position. So Lozano goes 1 for 4, and that's going to bring up Aaron Greenfield. Greenfield 3 for 3 on the night. All 3 singles. So, that's some fun. As now again, Greenfield trying to keep this inning alive. Runner standing on second base. 2 outs. 9-4. The pitch. Cut on, drilled towards second. Scooped up there. Throw over to first in plenty of time. That'll do it for the bottom of the 8th. The Pioneers will head to the top of the 9th, leading 9-4, looking for a little more insurance before they head and try to claim their 4th victory in a row. We'll be back here on Mixlr.com.
Give me a blue light lime.
Yeah. Grapefruit.
Blood orange, blueberry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. We've been through this. No thumbs. Just yanking your hook. Oh, good. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Hi, this is Marian Decker, and at the Decker Agency, we've got over 34 years' experience in helping our clients get the best insurance coverage possible. We're local and we're trusted. We've built our business on the idea that customers should be treated like family. At the Decker Agency, we offer free quotes and consultations. Our clients can build their coverages to best suit their needs and budget. Please stop into our office at 416 East 14th Street in Elmira Heights or call us at 607-734-1100 to schedule your free consultation today. And like the Marian M. Decker Agency, LLC on Facebook. At the Decker Agency, we help you protect what matters most.
All right, and with that, we are back. As now, again, the Pioneers come up for what could be the final time, as they will start it off with the leadoff man. As I said, Gil Murad reached on an error, so it's still an 0 for at bat, but not the way they wanted to end the top of the 8th inning. So, Pioneers up here in the top of the 9th inning, leading 9-4. Stepping in, Jeff Mejia. Couple of singles, strikeout, and a ground out to the shortstop a little bit earlier. As manager Andrew Drum makes his way down to third base. As now again, they get set. Mejia taking a look. As Mejia waiting for the pitch. The wind and the pitch. Taken low and outside, 1-0. As Mejia waits. Jackman comes back set on the mound. The pitch and the delivery. Cut on by Mejia. That one will get into the parking lot. 1 ball, 1 strike, and we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on our good friends at Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. So, coming back set. As Mejia waits. The pitch. Taken and bounces away from the catcher. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. As once again, 2 balls, 1 strike count. Mejia waiting. The pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count, nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning. Pioneers 3 defensive outs away from stretching that winning streak to 4. Jeff Mejia having himself a day, doesn't want to quite get to the bottom of the 9th inning yet. A happy welcome back for him so far as a 500 day. Trying to improve on that. The pitch taken outside, and the catcher thought that was strike 3. Umpire disagreed, 3-2. Fortunately for the Pioneers, only the man in the light blue outfit counts. As again, a pitch here coming to Jeff Mejia. Delivered. Cut on, drilled up the middle, and that is going to get to the second baseman. Mejia will get there first in time. He gets himself another base hit as the Elmira Pioneers have a base runner here in the top of the 9th inning. So it's an over 500 day for Mejia no matter what happens from here on out. As Donovan Montgomery steps up. He's been hit by a pitch, struck out twice, and had his RBI single his last time at bat. With Jeff Mejia's speed, an RBI single would not be out of the question again. The pitch. Taken for strike one, 0-1. 0-1 to Donovan Montgomery. Looking to keep this inning going as the sun has slowly sank in the sky. Montgomery hits that one right up through the middle, and now Mejia takes the turnaround second, but will stay there. Another hit for the Pioneers with nobody out. As again, that'll bring up Dom Popa. Popa reached on a fielder's choice, singled, doubled, and made an out there back in the 6th inning. So we'll see what Popa can do here. He gets set. Long look in here. Nobody working. Oh, 2 people are up working down there in the pen as Jackman throws that one in there. Strike one, 0-1. As getting back set, Popa taking a look. The lights are on here at Sal Maglie Stadium. As the pitch. Cut on, popped out there towards shallow center. And that will drop in. Hustling for third. Everybody's going to be safe. As now again, nobody out. The bases are loaded. And we'll see. As next man up is Ben Shore. So, bases are juiced, and Ben Shore looking for some contact here. So, Shore stepping back in as they're trying to get everybody lined up the way they want them. Some excessive signaling from the Niagara bench. Looked more like the John Cena move. Can't see me. As once again, pitch in there for a ball. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 9th. No base open. As right back to work goes Shore. The pitch taken. That one's going to be in there for a strike. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jackman looking for an out here. As the field starts to be illuminated by the lights, sun continues to set here at 8:47. The pitch. Cut on and popped foul again. As that one got out of play, we remind you, make the right decision, insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. Or if you're in the listening sound of the area, you might have collected enough now for a free bag of candy. One more time. As the set and the pitch. Drilled there towards the shortstop, who's had some trouble fielding today. He's going to tag one, get the second on the throw, but the Pioneers are going to eclipse double digits. So, double play, and now a runner standing just at second. That will bring up Bobby Marsh. As the 6-3 goes against Shore, and Marsh will look to reach base paths for the first time here today. See what Marsh can do here. As Will Jackman trying to get out of this inning. Needs just one more out to do it. The pitch. Cut on, and that will be fouled back. So, 0-1. 2 men out. 10-4 lead for the Pioneers, a 6-run lead. As again, getting back set. Marsh waits the pitch. Cut on and fouled off. As that will get into the parking lot. And one more time, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. Coming up, bottom of the 9th, going to be Mejia Jr., Manning, and Gabrielson. See if Niagara can fight back into this one, down by 6. Barring any further runs from the Pioneers, if Marsh can make contact, a runner is in scoring position. So Marsh waits as the Pioneers have 1 strike left, and that is way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 count, 2 men out. 10-4, Pioneers. As the Power looking to get the final out here in the top of the 9th. The pitch. Cut on, drilled down the line, and that will get foul again. 1-2. As the bat boy brings out the balls and puts them right in the pocket of the umpire this time. So everyone's still maintaining that COVID safety distancing without the transfer. As again, here we go, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Don't forget, fans, we are back to 100% capacity at historic Dunn Field. Get your way out there tomorrow night. As that one bounces away from the catcher, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. As I said, tomorrow night, Enforcers Night, come out and see the captain, Glenn Patterson, throw out the first pitch. And free Enforcers baseball helmets, so not a bad one to pick up. The pitch. Cut on, drilled out there towards right. Right fielder retreating, chasing that one down. He's got the read and will make the catch. So we head for the bottom of the 9th. Pioneers needing 3 defensive outs. We'll be back here on Mixler.com.
So, what brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
I see. Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance. No matter what time it is, he's always there.
Mm-hmm. And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Listen, can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, well, Kinsley back on the mound. The Pioneers going back to work. It's going to be Roberto Mejia Jr., who's 0 for 3 on the day. Nathan Manning, also 0 for 3. And Cole Gabrielson, who's 2 for 3 on the day. So, interesting approach. We'll see if the Pioneers go right to pegging for the strike zone. As now, a couple more warm-up pitches here. As we'll see. Getting set, the pitch. And there's the throwdown as we get ready for the bottom of the 9th. So, Pioneers trying to get ready here. Stepping up. Mejia, 0 for 3 on the night, struck out, flew out to left field, and popped out to the second baseman. As now again. See what happens. A 6-run lead for the Pioneers. They have to feel slightly comfortable. As the pitch. Taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, bottom of the 9th. Pioneers 10-4 lead. Low-hanging plane just out there in the outfield as that one gets over the top of the broadcasting pen here. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. As Mejia going to start things up, the pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. As getting set, the wind and the pitch. Inside corner, 2-2. Again, the Pioneers just needing 3 outs. If they can get them, they're going to extend the winning streak to 4, and they'll head home tomorrow for Elmira Enforcers Day. The pitch. Cut on and miss, strike 3, And there's the first out here in the bottom of the ninth. Rough night for Mejias. That's his second strikeout. And that's going to bring up Nathan Manning. Manning steps in as he will face off with Kinsley. Kinsley, who has had a pretty decent day so far. Struggled in his last appearance, but really coming through here tonight, as that's in there for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strike. As the pitch. Cut on there, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As he comes back and sets. Kinsley waits. The wind, the pitch, high and outside. So, 2 balls, 1 strike. Getting back set. The pitch. Cut on and fouled away. So, 2-2. As again, the scoreboard goes off. As now, there we go, back for us again. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. Oh no, they say strikeout, but not going to get back to that ball, so the runner will reach. So, 1 out, runner on first. As that will bring up Cole Gabrielson. Gabrielson 2 for 3, singled, walked, and singled again. So, see if he can keep things going for the Niagara Power. Would love to see a ground ball here. As Kinsley works out of the stretch. Had to get a little used to that so far here tonight. The pitch. High, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, as Kinsley trying to go back to work. Sets. Checks over his shoulder at the runner on first. And delivers. Cut on, popped up. That will get foul, and that will stay in the park. Over there in that picnicky type area. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga Down showdown. Getting set. The wind and the pitch. High, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Gabrielson has not been an easy out here tonight. The Pioneers desperately need 2 more. Just wanting to clinch this one off and head for home. The pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Next man up, Channy Ortiz is waiting on deck. The long look in. The pitch. That one is chopped out there towards right field. Looks like it may get into foul territory. The right fielder's not going to get there in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As the Elmira Pioneers holding on to this. Now the scoreboard reset again. All right, it's a 6-run lead. Some shrugs up here in the press box as I look around. Well, there's a count, and that's in there for a strike. Strike 3, it's a punch out, and that will be the second out here in the bottom of the ninth. So, Channy Ortiz coming up.
Now batting the shortstop from Grand Canyon University, number 36, Channy Ortiz.
As the scoreboard trying to hurry things along. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Everything moving towards a Pioneers victory as the pitch cut on, drilled out there and gets over the head of the third baseman. So on the first pitch he sees, Ortiz drills it in to left field as that will put runners at the corners. Still 2 men out. As the next man up going to be Scott Ogren. Ogren steps back up to the plate as Kinsley looking for an out here. As getting back set. There goes the scoreboard again. A little bit of malfunctioning, but it's on-ish. As 1 ball, no strikes. I think many people in the batter's box, to say the least, would prefer that turned right off. But here we go again. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. As again, the pitch. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. 2 outs. Pioneers looking for 1 more. A long look. The delivery from Kinsley. High, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. The Pioneers looking for 1 more out. Andrew Drum pacing the bench at this point with runners on first and third. A 6-run lead, not feeling as comfortable anymore. The pitch cut on and fouled back towards us here in the booth. So, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Is there an echo in here? Payoff pitch coming next. As here he comes. Kinsley, head set. He delivers. Runner off from first as that is in there for ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. So, still nobody warming in the pen. More balls given to the home plate umpire, Balsano, who again tonight has had some success. Did have a single. Also grounded into a 4-6-3 double play at one point tonight. So, well, it's a crapshoot, ladies and gentlemen. 2 outs. The Pioneers looking for 1 more. The beauty of the walk, a force at any base. The pitch from Kinsley. Right down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. As getting set, Kinsley waits. He delivers. Bounced it in there, 1 ball, 1 strike. As Kinsley sets back up. Just looking for 1 more out. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, drilled towards second base. Scooped up. A problem playing it, and a run is going to score, and that makes it a 5-run lead. As that's going to bring up William Corlone. So again, 1 more out needed. Nobody warming in the bullpen. A 5-run lead for the Pioneers. That means the tying run is on deck. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count. Corlone steps back in. Kinsley just needs an out. As there's the board again. As low, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As again, a long look in, 2-0. A run has crossed here in the bottom of the 9th. It's 10-5. That one bounced in, 3-0. Nobody warming up, and again, the situation is precarious. Getting back set. Pioneers pitching, looking for just 1 more out. Kinsley delivers. Right down the middle, strike 1, 3-1. As now, Kinsley waiting. Just looking for that final out. The pitch. Cut on, drilled out there towards third, but that's going to get foul. And the board is off again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 count. As one would hope, it would be the payoff pitch. but with the amount of foul balls tonight, could also be a foul ball. We'll wait and see. The pitch. Cut on, drilled out there towards second. A jumping. No, he couldn't make the catch. Throws to first. It is in time, and the Pioneers claim victory. And that will do it. Kinsley thanking the heavens at the moment as the Elmira Pioneers move to 4 straight wins for the first time this season. Welcome back, Jeff Mejia, and thank you so much for the help. We certainly all appreciate it. You are watching the Pioneers here on Mixlr and YouTube, so a quick look around the out-of-town scoreboard before we head for home, and we hope to see every one of you tomorrow night. Top of the 9th inning, the Watertown Rapids up 8-5. Top of the 7th inning, Amsterdam up 6 over Utica 2. Bottom of the 5th, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks have a 6-4 lead over the Batavia Muck Dogs. Still pregame somehow in Socrates. And in the top of the 6th, Geneva Red Wings 4, Newark Pilots 6, as the Pioneers head for home. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm John Clement. Good night, Elmira.